Assalamu alaikum and welcome to day 20 of my 30 days of parenting for a peaceful Ramadan. So as we enter the last 10 nights of Ramadan, subhanAllah, it's just gone so quickly, hasn't it? We've just come out of the middle 10 nights of Ramadan that are reserved for Allah's forgiveness. And before we leave these wonderful nights, I just wanted to tell you something. Speak a little bit about forgiveness, really. I know we speak about it a lot, or I've spoken about it a lot, but it's a biggie. Forgiveness is a real biggie during Ramadan. And I wanted to share a story of what happened today with my eldest daughter. She had what can only be described as the mother of all tantrums. It's the last day of term. It's been really, really hot today. She's had a lot of late nights this week, and she was playing with a friend of hers, and they had a lovely play date. It was really, really lovely. They were jumping up and down, had lots of fun, played dress up. Really physically exhausting. They were running around and it was really, really hot. And after her bath this evening, she just had a meltdown. And I asked her if she was okay, and it was like I'd sworn at her. She was just off on one. She started screaming and crying, and every time my husband and I were asking her if she was okay, it just seemed to wind her up even more. And it had got to the point where it wouldn't have mattered even if she could tell us exactly what was wrong, or even if we'd given her exactly what she wanted. I don't think it would have mattered because she was so far gone. Everything and anything would have been cause for more incessant whining and moaning and shouting. So I just hugged her. And I know, I made the mistake of saying, oh, you sound really, I think you're a bit tired. No, I'm not. I'm not tired. I'm not going to bed. And she just went off on one. I was like, oh my word, okay. So I just hugged her. And after a tiny bit of resistance, she just let me. And it really made me think, is it important that I get to the bottom of what was causing all of this? Or is it important that she articulates exactly what she's feeling at that moment? And I came to the conclusion, well, no. I think she just wanted to be heard. I don't think it was a case of maybe she doesn't even know what's going on, or she can't even articulate exactly what she was feeling at that moment. All she was doing was just going through that release of whatever it was. Have we ever, it happens to us as adults, doesn't it? Sometimes you just want to punch a pillow or have a good cry or have a good moan. And invariably it's not about anything in particular or anything that you care to pinpoint. It could be anything and everything, but it's just almost like venting. It's just, it has to come out. And today, whatever it was that was going on with her, it just came out in this not so dulcet tones. And so as I was cuddling her and as I was hugging her, I tried my best not to say anything, not to ask anything, not to solve anything for her, not to offer her, well, are you feeling like this? Or is it because you're tired? Or is it because of this? I just stayed quiet and I just hugged her and I just said, it's okay. It's fine. And she had a good cry. She had a bit of a moan. She hugged me back. And then she went off on her merry little way. And I just thought, is it really important? Was it really important? Who does it benefit if she can say what was going on? Was it just not enough that she was heard, that she was allowed a space to vent? Because it could have gone different way. It could have gone, she could have been sent to her room for her behaviour or misbehaviour, which wouldn't have solved anything. And we don't do that anymore. Or she could have been told off for this behaviour. Again, doesn't really work. It was just that she was heard, and I think that she just had a space to vent and she felt safe to vent, and that was what it was. And it really got me to thinking about forgiveness, because ordinarily, or not ordinarily, but before maybe, this behaviour would have been seen as, we're not standing for this. And so I want you to apologise right now, young lady, for what you've done. And I've done it so many times before in the past with my children. I used to be that mum that if someone said sorry, it depended on the tone of that sorry, how they said it, as to whether I accepted it. Because it had to be a sorry that told me that they were truly sorry. Isn't it, like if you've had an argument with your husband and they apologise, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I know I've done this with my husband. He'll go, I'm really sorry. I'm like, but are you really? Are you? You don't sound it. Are you really sorry? And he then has to try and read my mind to find out which tone, which pitch, how he should say sorry, how slowly, how fast, in which way, shape or form, which language, what he should do, what his body language should be saying, as to whether or not this sorry is going to land with me and therefore I'm going to forgive him. And these nights of forgiveness really made me think about the times where I have been apologised to, and it should have been, okay, that's fine. You've said sorry, I accept your apology. But it wasn't. It was, how sorry are you? Or prove it. Prove to me you're sorry. Go on, I don't know you're sorry. But what is sorry anyway? Who's the sorry for? It's like when my children now, and they fight and they argue and they bicker, and it's almost like expecting them to apologise there and then. Sorry doesn't mean anything to them right now. Sorry's for me. Sorry's a kind of, it's like a please and a thank you. It's to show them, it's to show maybe everyone else that they have manners. But really, what I want from them, and I want for them to process, isn't an automatic sorry because they've said sorry, it's okay. They've just kicked their brother, but they've said sorry. So, that's fine. It's okay. It's not. What I would like for them, and what we do now, is you don't have to say sorry. One, because sorry is really difficult to explain to a 5-year-old what it actually means. So if they now do something, it's more like if they hurt another one of their siblings, or if they fight or they argue, it's asking the other person if they're okay. It's asking the person if they can help them. And that, I hope, will help them develop empathy maybe, or maybe just a sense of, okay, we can help here. Or it might instill in them, or the hopes of instilling in them, some kind of sense of responsibility, rather than the lack of responsibility that a throwaway sorry actually means. If my son came over to me and kicked me in the shin and went, sorry mum, and walked off, I don't think he's learned anything. But if he came over and kicked me in the shin, or I don't know, maybe if he kicked his brother in the shin, just say, and his brother cried or was upset, and then if he said to him, are you okay? Can I help you? Can I make it better? Or can I, rub it better, or whatever? Then, that just might spark up a different kind of relationship between them, instead of, kicking him and saying sorry and then running off because he said sorry and that's fine. So what does sorry actually really mean? Next time your children are fighting, or next time, if you're in an argument with your husband or whatever it is, and the word sorry comes up, just think about what it is that you're really wanting. What do you really expect? What do you really, really want from that word? And let me know. Let me know if any of these videos have landed with you. Let me know if anything during these series of videos, this is the 20th one, let me know if what I ramble on about makes any sense to you, inshallah. And you can hit me up on social media at Farah Parenting in Peace Coach, or connect at farahhalaby.com. I think I might have it at the bottom of this video. So inshallah, let me know if this resonates with you. And I pray that your next 10 nights, we're entering the final 10 nights of Ramadan, I pray that they are blessed and filled with the infinite chance to catch Laylatul Qadr, inshallah. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.